Welcome back, everybody. This is your weekly Tarotscope for February 20th through the 27th of 2023, and I am your hostess, Marilee Burnett. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel so that you get updates as soon as I publish my new content. This week in the astrology, we are going to have the new moon in Pisces, and I have on my website a great bunch of new material to help you get yourself organized and prepared. So if you are still trying to think about your new moon wishes, check out what I have out there for you. I also have created a new coaching package where you can work with me every month, and together we will craft your new moon wishes. I'll help you know what to focus on because of what's in your chart, and especially in the transits to your natal planets, and then help you set up your ceremony, whatever you need help with. So I have a new special out there for that, so be sure to check it out. And that's a great way to start off a new week, is with a new moon, and this one's in the sign of Pisces. So we have the moon and the sun meeting in this sign, which is the last sign in the zodiac, and it is meeting at 1 degree of that sign. And of course, the number 1 is also synonymous with new beginnings. So we have all this wonderful new moon, dreamy Pisces energy kicking us off for the week ahead. At the same time, we have Venus moving into the sign of Aries, which is powerful. Again, the sign that speaks to new beginnings, because Aries is the first sign in the zodiac. So again, all kinds of momentum for us to get moving, get active, go after the things that we want with the help of with the Venus energy. Then we're looking at things that relate to love and money and passion. So really great energy to get us started at the beginning of the week. We have an opportunity for some changes to come into, because we'll have Mercury squaring over to Uranus in the middle of the week. Something involving our friend groups could change. Something involving a cause that's close to our heart could change as well. Doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. And with Mercury whipping through the sign of Aquarius, it speaks in harmony with Mars and Gemini all week as well. So whatever those great ideas that you're coming up with, well, you're definitely going to want to put them to good use. So don't let it pass you by without jotting down any new ideas that pop into your mind, because it's a perfect time to take advantage of them. Later in the week, we'll have the sun speaking in harmony with the North Node and the South Node. That is representative of something successful that's faded, people or things or places that could show up in your life that also are faded. So again, whenever the nodes are getting activated, whether it's in your chart or by a transit chart, you definitely want to take advantage of the opportunities that are showing up for you. So great week ahead. We'll see what the cards that also are faded. So again, whenever the nodes are getting activated, whether it's in your chart or by a transit chart, you definitely want to take advantage of the opportunities that are showing up for you. So great week ahead. We'll see what the cards have to say about the week ahead for all of us as well. And then the big shifts coming for next week, because I always like to give you a little preview of the astrology for next week as well. We will end up seeing Saturn take its turn at the 29 degrees of Aquarius. So we will end up with two big outer planets, which impact us on an inner level. And 29 degrees I like to think of it as the graduating degree, right? So before you graduate, before these two planets leave these signs, we have a big final exam. So have you been learning the lessons? Have you been building the structures? Or have you been rebuilding them, right? In wherever you have Saturn in Aquarius in your chart. My guess is over the last 2.5 years, wherever that is for you, you've been going through a lot of rebuilding. And so now's the time to test those new structures that you've been building and you've been creating. And are they where they should be? You're going to find out as Saturn sits here between now and about March 8th. So that will be some very, very interesting astrology coming up for all of us as well. All right. So go ahead and take a moment, set your intentions for what you are looking for in the week ahead, or what question you have for the week ahead. And I'm going to pull the cards and we're going to see what questions will be answered for you. All right, so our first card shows us what we can expect to experience on Monday and Tuesday of next week. And then we'll be looking at Wednesday and Thursday. And next weekend. It's an interesting mix, an emotional week, so it's not too surprising since Pisces is a water sign and our Cups cards talk about our feelings. The Six of Cups cards is always, it's a fun, playful energy when we have the Six of Cups, and it's about giving and receiving. You can see the children in here sharing our joy, sharing our love, exchanging gifts with one another. And then the cat, of course, is hiding and playing here in the grass, letting us know that there's some playful energy available to us on Monday and Tuesday. And based on the astrology, that makes complete sense, right? With a new moon in Pisces, which is very loving, and with the sign with Venus moving into the sign, I should say, of Aries, then that is definitely a wonderful playfulness for us there. So you may hear from a friend from the past, you may hear from an old love in the past. It should be good days ahead on Monday and Tuesday. On Wednesday, there's a pretty significant achievement for you. When we see the Ten of Pentacles, that's a really big financial goal. There's financial security being realized, but that's a big achievement. So I love the turtle symbolism in this, which, suggests that this has probably been something you've been working on for a while. It may have been going a lot slower than you would have liked, but ultimately taking your time with this, it is going to end up with you reaching in and finding your pot of gold. So Wednesday and Thursday, good financial results. Happy, healthy, financially secure family is what that speaks to. Then we get the weekend, and it looks like we have a little bit of change in the energy. And maybe it's just a bit of a letdown, right? The first couple of days in the week were joyful. There's this wonderful financial success, and your mindset can turn to, well, what's next, right? So I've done this, now what? Or I've done this and it didn't turn out exactly as expected. So we have to be careful when the weekend comes that we don't get stuck in what we think we're missing out on, and that's where we focus our attention, and we don't remember all of the great things that happened this weekend, or the week leading up to the weekend. So if there's something that happens Friday, don't let it take away from all the great things that actually already happened in the week. And in fact, if you find yourself spiraling and focusing on something that's really disappointing, you need to not waste your time there. You need to focus your attention instead on the good things that have happened in the week, that are going on in your life. And don't be distracted by this person, this thing. This is a blip on the radar, and it does not have to carry on and on and on and on. And that is definitely the first sign you'll have. If you continue down a path and have that same disappointment come up over and over and over again, it's time for you to just make peace with whatever that disappointment is and move on and focus your energy on the things that are still going on and that are good in your life. Now, this could be a little heads up from that Saturn energy that's going to change next week into that 29 degree, so that this happens on purpose, so that you can tune in and know that you need to make a tweak in a particular area of your life, because things aren't going as expected. Now, the cups are our emotions, so it's emotional work that we need to do in order to better insulate ourselves from disappointments. A disappointment just means there's something else better for you. And if things didn't turn out the way you'd hope, it's as intended. So don't sit and stew on it. Move on. It's time to make yourself available for the things that are waiting for you. So don't normally try to ask for clarification, but I am going to ask what this disappointment might be related to. And I tend to work with a lot of women entrepreneurs. It's just the bulk of the people that are drawn to me and that I work with closely in my coaching work specifically. And this would say these Nine of Pentacles card is representative of women who are strong and independent. So there could be a situation that occurs this weekend that makes you question your strength and your money-making potential as an entrepreneur. And this, again, is a reminder that there will always be disappointments in the business that we do. That is not defining us. That is simply showing us that that particular area, event, person is just not meant for us. Maybe not at all, and maybe just not at this time. But that doesn't mean you should quit. That just means focus your attention somewhere else where it will be appreciated. And it will, because you're strong and you're a successful businesswoman. Whether you own your own business or you just are a business leader, you're successful for a reason. So do not let someone else, and definitely don't let yourself, focus on anything that happens later in the week that's disappointing. It just means move on and put your energy where it needs to be. Of course, if you'd like a personalized reading, just check out the links below, whether you want an astrology or tarot or a combination of, which I always love doing because they both tell a full story together. And they both, of course, work individually as well. I hope everybody has a fabulous week, starting out really well. And don't get stuck in the weekend focusing on things that are not meant for you. I'm wishing you all many, many magical new moon wishes this week. And I appreciate you all for tuning in and sharing this and liking and subscribing so that I can continue to provide you with wonderful free content. So check out all the information in my links below. You can see all of my wonderful articles and everything that I have out there to help you manage your day. Have a great week ahead, and I'll talk to you next week.